Alright, so this is the basketball scoreboard timer. Basically it works very similar to all the other timers. I'm going to click the flashing continue button at the bottom of the timer scoreboard here. And now here we have our select a time options. We can choose a minute, 2 minutes, and again clicking any of these would simply make it start counting down from that time. So I'm going to click 10 seconds. And we can watch it count down from 10 seconds here. When it gets to the end, you'll hear some applause and stuff at the fictitious end of the game or timer. Down at the bottom, clicking any of these actual three buttons here, these two banners and the one in the middle, will take you back to the clock home. So I'm going to click the back to clock home button there. And now here we are back here again where we can choose our next time. And basically that's how the timer works. I'm quickly going to show you now how you can edit this timer and place your own school name and some clip art or whatever you would like to do onto this so you can customize it to make it for your school or your classroom, etc. I'm going to be using Office 2007 for this. Right after this tutorial here, I'll show you how to edit this clock using Office 2003 or earlier. So here we are currently using Office 2007. I'm going to now go up to the View tab here. Over at the left, I'm going to click Slide Master. After I've clicked on Slide Master, you see here we have that same picture that we've been seeing. I want you to make sure that you have clicked on the very first slide at the top up here on the left. Generally by default, PowerPoint will select this second slide down here, which is the blank layout, and you cannot do anything on this slide. You cannot edit, you can't change anything. The very top slide is the actual master slide that you need. So make sure you've clicked on the first slide in the outline over here at the left, then simply come here and highlight this text and put in your own text. I'm going to type in a fictitious name here, Tree Hill High School. And we'll call it Home of the Tigers. And now that we've got that in there, again, this is PowerPoint. I could change the colors, the fonts, make it bigger, smaller, do all those things there that you might want to do, but however you would like to do that. I'm also going to just quickly show you, you can drop in some clip art or a logo that you might have for your school. I'm going to click on clip art there and do a quick search for tiger. So here we have this one here. That looks pretty good. That one looks even maybe a little better. So I bring him in here and we're gonna drag him up here to the side. Pretty much as long as you stay anywhere above this little black line here, this top upper section, you are perfectly fine to put anything you want to on this clock. If you put anything down here in this black square, that's actually where the clock operates from, the timer, the numbers, and that might cause the clock not to work or not look correct. So in any event, here we have the Tree Hill High School Home of the Tigers clock. And now what we're going to do, we're happy with that. We could put some more stuff over here, all that good stuff. Again, we can move the text around by simply clicking on the outside line of the box. And it's just PowerPoint, so you can move this around however you need to. So I'm going to pull that back over a little bit and then come up here to the upper right and click Close Master View. Close Master View right there. Now that I've done that, you can see here we now have our clock and it's ready to go. On each one of the slides that we'll now look at is the Tree Hill High School Home of the Tigers logo with the standard mascot. So that's just showing you how you can customize this clock to make it yours. And that was for Office 2007. Now I'm going to talk to you about editing the basketball scoreboard timer in Microsoft Office PowerPoint version 2003 or earlier. There are only a few minor differences than the version 2007. First, I'm going to come up to the View menu, and choose Master and then Slide Master. Once I'm here, you'll notice that there's this little square here. It's not exactly a square, it's more like a rectangle, but this little box here, it actually shows me where on the clock I'm typing, and I really want to try to keep whatever my text is, my pictures, whatever, inside this box so that it will look right when we come back to our actual scoreboard timer. So for example, I'm just going to highlight this. This would be where I would place my school name as it says there. This is just a text box, so I could make it anything I wanted to. I could make it any any size or any color, etc. that I wanted to. We can make it bold. You can even delete this and put in some word art if you prefer to do that. I'm going to just make it just a little bit bigger, and after I made it a little bit bigger, I'm actually going to scoot it over to the right just a little bit, just moving it over using the arrow keys on the keyboard, or you can actually click on it and drag it around there. So I've got this there now, and actually what I would like to do is actually put in a little clip art again, like I've been doing to most of these scoreboard clocks. So I go to the Insert menu, Picture, and choose Clip Art. After I've done that, I'm going to run my search again for Tiger, and this time once it finishes coming up there, I'm going to choose one, and we'll just pick this one here so it looks quite good. And now we'll pull that down a little bit, make him a little smaller, and put him up there so that he'll fit onto the scoreboard really well. And there we go. We'll have him kind of coming out from the bottom there. Looks very cool. Alright, so here we have it. We have Hillside Middle School. We have the thing here, our little mascot, and now we're going to click Close Master View. When I hit Close Master View, you'll now see that on every slide we have Hillside Middle School with our mascot that plays as we go through our timer. And that's it. That's all you have to do to edit the scoreboard timer for basketball in Microsoft Office PowerPoint version 2003 or earlier. To begin a PowerPoint show using Office 2007, go to the Slideshow tab, click one time on the Slideshow tab, then choose From the Beginning. To begin a PowerPoint show using Office 2003 or earlier, go to the Slideshow menu and then choose View Show. This will begin your slideshow presentation. If you receive a security alert when beginning this game and you're using Office 2007, simply click the Enable This Content button and then click OK. Please note, if you are using a version of Microsoft Office prior to Office 2003, some of the features in these games may not function properly. It is advised that you do your editing of the PowerPoint slides or games in your older version, and then use Microsoft's free PowerPoint viewer for actual gameplay. To download the free viewer, just do a web search for PowerPoint Player 2007.